Warhammer 40K Battle Report, Orks versus Necrons.
Hey everyone, welcome to another J Night Battle Report. As always, my name is Jay, and I have a treat for you guys today. It is going to be another J vs. J Battle Report, but since I just finished Orktober, my painting challenge, and I'm starting Necronvember, my new painting challenge, I decided to be kind of a fun thing today to put the models that I painted in my last month's painting challenge against the models I'm painting now. So it's going to be an Orks versus Necrons J vs. J Battle Report. Now I promise, I have several opponents lined up over the next few weeks, so the number of J vs. J Battle Reports in the short term will decrease a little bit, I promise. But I don't have that many points of Necrons painted up so far in my challenge, so it's going to be a 1,000-point game of the Relic, and it is going to be Hammer and Anvil deployment, so it's going to be a very interesting game. Plus, Necrons, I haven't played Necrons very much, so I'm excited to learn the rules for them. Basically, like Initiative 2 Space Marines is what I treat them as, with 4-up armor saves instead of 3-up, but still. And then for the Orks, I put a lot of the models that I painted in my last month's challenge into this battle report, so you're going to notice a lot of models that I've not fielded in battle reports yet. Ludas, but of course I have played with Ludas slightly, but Ludas I haven't played with in a long time. So Ludas, Gruk Face Rippa, you got a Runt Herder with some Grots, and you got a Knob Squad. Again, things that I've never fielded in my battle reports, or that I typically don't field. And on the other side, Necron. So you got Emotech the Stormlord, an Overlord, a bunch of warriors, like 30 warriors. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So I really hope you enjoy this game. Please leave a comment section down below if what you think. Now I might make a couple mistakes on the rules because I'm trying a bunch of new guys at the same time, but it should be okay. I think I know most of the rules. Yeah, there's just a couple ambiguities with the Necron list. We'll figure them out. So leave comments if you figure out I'm making any mistakes, but I really hope you enjoy this battle report. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So without further ado, we'll get to the armies and the deployment. All right, so we'll start off with 1,000 points of Orks. Leading the army, Gruk Face Rippa. I haven't used him yet, so it's quite interesting. He has Shred, and he's got a cool Power Claw, and he's got True Feel No Pain. So that's pretty awesome. I like the guy. And he's got an Attack Squig. Good stuff. 2 Big Macs. They're awesome. So they each have Power Claws and Custom Force Fields. A squad of Grots, followed such Gretchen with a Run Herder with a Squig and a Zappa, whatever, Grot Prada. So cool stuff there. Again, most of these models have not been fielded before in a game that I played. So then next we have a squad of 6 Knobs. Everything's WYSIWYG, so Power Claws, Boss Pulls, Big Choppas, awesome stuff. 2 Min Squads of 10 boys, each with a Knob and Power Claw and Boss Pull. And a squad of Ludas, 12 Ludas. So that's my 1,000 points. It's going to be a fun list. I don't know how they're going to fare against Necrons, because these guys will outgun the Necrons, and everyone else is going to have to move up and get in close combat and just try to rip them to shreds, and that's going to be the goal. So we'll see the Necron army. And now we have 1,000 points of my Necrons. As I said, I'm building the Necron army as we speak, so I don't have a lot of models, so this is just a bare bones army. So leading my army, Emotech the Stormlord. He's quite the fun guy to bring in 1,000 points, so Night Fighting is going to be automatically turn 1, and he has that cool lightning round thing. Yes, so he's going to be fun, and he's going to kick some butt. I have an Overlord with, basically he's kitted out fully, War Scythe, Semi-Paternal Weave, Phylactery, Resurrection Orb, Mind Shackle Scarabs. A Lord with War Scythe, Mind Shackle Scarabs. He has a 3+ armor, Res Orb, everything else basically. Yep. A squad of 10. That's 11. Squad of 10 warriors, and they're going to be in a barge. Might as well. Ghost Ark. And squad of 20. I repeat, 20 warriors. So this game is going to be the Relic, so it's actually going to be a lot of fun. These guys, combined with this, might be the most deadliest force ever. But 20 warriors. Let's hope that they don't fail a leadership test and run away, because that would really suck. But they're going to be a huge bane in the Orcs' existence. So, we'll get to the deployment now, and those are the armies. 1,000 points of Necrons, but prepare for more Necrons in future videos. So here's what the board looks like after deployment. As you can see, Orcs are all lined up along their line. Luda's in that perfect building for Luda's. I said Orcs are just going to run, because their guns are going to be they're very outgunned this game. Relic's right there. On the other end, Necrons have put themselves in the far corner. Squad of 20, the guys in the Ghost Ark. That's it. So essentially, Necrons are just going to try to gun down as many of the Orcs as they can in quick of time. So it is knife fighting turn 1. And because Orks rolled and they won first turn, the Necrons cannot seize the initiative because Emotech, the Stormlord, does not work against Orks, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens in Orks turn 1.
The Orks, turn 1.
So we'll start off. Orks move up because right now the best situation is you want to close that gap. They're going to be able to shoot you kind of regardless of what you do. So it is knife fighting turn 1. So if we can run and maybe get into ruins or I don't know, essentially got to close the gap. So just try to survive this first turn. Yeah, they do have a run. They do have a moving 5-up invul because they have the custom force field attached. So they're in good shape there. Otherwise, they can rely on cover. Knobs are going to move up around the terrain. That way they don't get hindered by it. Big Choppa's up front. That way, if anybody dies, it's a big Choppa. I don't think the Necrons are going to target them first because they'll be able to run in to get into ruins. And ruins would mean like a 3-up cover because it is knight fighting turn 1. Those boys are going to move up through cover. And finally, Grots are going to move up. They're 6 inches. Grots are not people, but Grots have feelings too. Got to move them up as well. Shooting phase. They're going to try to shoot as many and try to kill as many of those warriors as possible. The reason why they're not going for the Ghost Arc is because they will need... they can Jink plus knife fighting. On top of that, they need 6s to glance. So, might as well see if they can go kill some warriors in the meantime. How many shots do they each get? 2. Not bad. First 12 shots. I see a few hits. 6 from the first wave. How about the second? Some more. 11 hits total. 2s to wound. That's not a lot of wounds. Alright, so they are partially obscured, so 5-up cover save, +1, so 4-up cover save due to knife fighting. And 3 end up getting sleepy sleep. 3 go to sleep. Ouch. So those Grots are going to run 3 inches. Orc boys are going to run 5 inches. Knobs are going to run 3 inches. And the Far Squad is going to run 3 inches. So at the end of the phase, how many get back up? 4s to get back up? All but 1. Alright, so after Orks turn 1, here's what the battlefield looks like. So basically, Ludas shot and were able to kill 1 Necron warrior. Good job, Ludas. That's okay. Orc boys moved up. Basically, they're going for the relic. That's it. They're forcing they're trying to close that gap and get into close combat. But unfortunately, they're bringing knives to a gunfight. So they're going to have to close the gap, but Necron's going to move up turn 1 and do a lot of shooting against these guys. So we'll see what happens in Necrons turn 1.
Necrons, turn 1.
Alright, so we're going to start off with moving up with the Necrons. Now, I know what some people might be saying. Maybe it's good to just hang back. But with these Necrons, by moving up, they get double the shots. Right? 12 inches, double the shots. And that's pretty sweet. And since... well, it'll give about an extra 10 shots. Or sorry, extra 5 shots. And by moving this way, they get themselves slightly away from combat. So it puts them a little farther away from the knobs, and it puts 5 of them in rapid fire range, giving 5 more shots to the squad. So that's pretty sweet stuff. So for those reasons, it's a good idea to move up. And the Ghost Arc is just going to move on side, so I can fire half its guns at them and provide some support, as well as all the guys inside can just fire their weapons. It doesn't count as moved, so they can just fire a bunch of weapons from a distance. You don't want to move up too much because then the knobs can probably assault you. It's time for the lightning round. So I roll d6 for each squad. On a 6, uh-oh. First squad, something bad will happen to. How about the knobs? Nope. The boys? Nope. Rots? Yes. And the Ludas? No. We'll do them first. They get hit by d6, strength 8, 8b5 hits, 2. And 2's wound, 1 wound, 5-up invul. It's okay. The Grots, what happens to them? Oops, rolled 2 dice by accident. The Grots, what happens to them? 5 hits, and 2's to kill, 4 dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ouch. So that was a cool lightning round. Killed 4 Grots. Boys are okay. So this squad is now going to try to light up that squad. Maybe get first blood and just whittle them down. Alright, so there's going to be 23 shots. First 12, need 3s to hit, and 4s to wound. Alright, so some wounds already. And second wave of 11 shots, 3s, and 4s. 3 more wounds. So 8 5-up involves because of the force field. Wow. Alright, not bad. So only 4 die. Front 4 are dead, which will force a leadership check, but they might pass it. So now they are going to try to just shoot more wounds into that squad. The 10 guys inside the arc. 3s and 4s. 4 more wounds. 4 5-up involves. 3 failed. Closest 3 are dead. And the Goths flares. And 4s. 1 wound. 1 5-up invol. Failed. Another one dead. So leadership check on the Gretchen. They're okay. Leadership test on that remaining squad. Leadership test on that one squad. They're okay too. Good job. So, here's what the battlefield looks like after the Necron turn. Basically, they whittle down that one squad, and that's all they did, because they can't fire at very many things. So that's it, but they still have plenty strong, 19 warriors over there, and the Ghost Arc full. But the Orcs are about to pull and go grab that, the Relic, which is very powerful, because once they get in there, they have like a 3-up cover, and they can get the Relic, so the warriors might be in a little trouble. But we'll see what happens in Orcs. Turn 2.
The Orks, turn 2!
So, I don't know when the night fighting, we're supposed to roll for night fighting, but we're going to do it at the beginning of the turn. That way we know if night fighting is still in effect. So, Emotech's night fighting rule passes, so it's still night fighting. So we'll start off with the knobs, moving to cover to grab that relic. 2 inches. There they go, they just hop on. So maybe next turn they can grab the relic. The boys are going to move up to get in front and maybe assault that vehicle eventually. 3 inches. Ouch. Those Gretchen, move up. They really want to stay in the game. There's not much else for them to do, so let's them move up. Maybe they'll grab the relic and win in the end. So then the Orcs move up. They're going to need about 7 inches on those closest Necrons. So, you know, providing that they survive Overwatch, which will be very scary. Shooting phase. Ludas are going to try to pick on that squad to whittle them down a little bit before they get assaulted in. So they're actually going to fire their pistols first, and maybe kill a couple that are closer. They can force them to run away, that'd be good. 5s, nothing. And the knob, 1 hit, 4s to wound, 1 wound, 3-up armor, or sorry, 4-up armor, they're okay. So the Ludas are now going to fire at them, seeing if they can take it out. And how many shots do they each get? 2. 12 shots for the first wave, 5s to hit. Not very good. And second wave. 2. Not nice shooting Luda. 2 to wound. 3 wounds. 3 6-up cover saves. 1 pass, 2 failed. 2 go sleepy sleep. Orc boys are going to run. 4 inches. Most importantly, the knobs are going to run. 3 inches. That way they can get Gruk Face Rippa to grab the relic. And by grab the relic, I mean grab it next turn. And Grots. 5 inches. So at the end of the phase, do they get up again? 4 ups. 1 does, 1 does not. And of course I put them back a little farther to make sure that they don't get easy in assault distance. So they're going to try to assault them over what? 36 shots total. 29 shots total. So first 10. 1 hit, 2. Next 10. 3 more hits. Final 9. 2 more hits. 4s to wound. Holy moly. Necrons are wounding, 6 wounds. So 2 at a time. First 2 guys have a 5-up invul. 1 dies, 1 survived. Last guy, he's still alive. Dead. Then the 2 on the knob, he has a 4-up armor. He's gonna look out serve one of them. Passes. So the wound he looks out serves is failed on the Big Mac. And his other wound, he's okay. The distance, this might be hurt. Distance. They're going to re-roll 1 dice. Not enough. So, after Orcs turn 2, here's what the battlefield looks like. So basically, more Orcs died this turn than Necrons in their own turn. That sucks. So those guys are on their last legs. They'll probably be wiped out next turn for first blood. But Gruk Face Rippa is in position to grab the relic and hold it. And if he can hold it, that's worth 3 points. And it's going to be very hard for Necrons to get Slay the Warlord, Linebreaker, and First Blood. So, because he's the Warlord and he's going to be holding the relic and see what his squad does. So that's a good position for them. But the Necrons are probably just going to stay away from them and shoot them the entire game. But we'll see what happens in Necrons turn 2.
Necrons, turn 2.
Now, it's beginning of Necron's turn, so let's once again move up. They're actually not going to move up at all. Actually, you know what? They're going to move up a little bit just to rapid fire those guys a little bit more, but stay at a range. So these guys are all going to move up. And the reason why they're moving up, once again, to close the gap and to be able to rapid fire these guys while still staying at a pretty good distance away from the all the scary guys that are in the middle of the board. They're going to have to whittle them down one turn at a time and hopefully just survive. And the Ghost Ark is going to stay where it is, just so it can rapid fire all these guys. Lightning round! So, once again, does anything happen to the Grots? No. How about the boys? No. The, knobs in the middle? Nope. Ludas? Nope. Finally, those beautiful guys there. No. Nothing happens in the lightning round. Shooting phase, they're going to try to wipe off them and get first blood. So 36 shots, first 9. All hit, 4 is to wound. Pretty much all wound. Just for fun, we'll roll only the first 8 wounds, because that should kill them alone. Yeah, they're dead. And that is first blood. They're now going to rapid fire at the boys. So 20 shots from the guys inside. They need 3s and 4s. 3 wounds so far. And the next wave, 3s and 4s. 4 more. 7 3-up cover saves. All good. Orcs survive. Good job. So, after Necron's turn 2, here's what the battlefield looks like. So they were able to wipe out that squad, getting first blood. That is unfortunate for the Orcs. So it's 1-0, but next turn, Gruck is in a good position to grab that objective and hold it. That's all he really has to do for the rest of the game, is hold that objective with a 3-up cover as long as knife fighting's in effect, and hopefully survive. That's it. And besides that, there's all those Necrons are going to have to move up and probably rapid fire next turn because... Or they can keep at a distance for one more turn. But they really got to get in close combat eventually to kill Gruck Face Rip up. And next turn, they probably will call the Wasp so they can take out the command barge. We'll see what happens in Orks. Turn 3.
The Orks, turn 3.
So once again, the start of the game, this game turn, is knife fighting still in effect? Yes, it is. With a 4. So the Orc boys are going to advance 6 inches, and the knobs are going to move 3 inches and pick up the relic. The runts are going to run behind them 6 inches. Shooting phase, Luda's going to still try to fire and take out as many of those pesky Necron warriors as possible. How many shots? 3. So 2 each. So first 12, they need 5s and 6s. So 3 hits from the first wave. And 5s or 6s. 4 from the second. And they need 2s. 6 wounds. 6 6 up covers. All fail. 6 go down. 6 fall down. Go sleepy sleep. So at the end of the phase, unfortunately it's all the end of the shooting. No one's going to run. So, and they're not going to call the walk because they're within 5. They need 5 inches to get there. So, how many of them get back up again? So, 6 guys. How many of them get back up? 4s. 2 of them stay dead. 4 get back up. So, they're going to try to assault the vehicle. 10 inches, plenty, and they get Hammer Wrath, but that doesn't matter. So, the knob needs 4 attacks. Or gets 4 attacks. 3s to hit. 2 hits. Strength 9 on rear armor 11, so 2s to glance, 3s to pen. 1 glance, 1 pen. 2 pens. Plus 2 on the chart for being open topped and power claw. Explodes and double explode. Distance of explosion, 2 inches. Guys inside the vehicle, 4s to wound. Some wounds. 4 4-up armor saves. 2 failed. It's the end of the phase anyway. How many get back up again? Both of them. 6 orc boys, 4s to wound. Okay. 6 6-up cover saves. Or 6-up armor saves. Kills all 6. Alright, so after Orcs turn 3, here's what the battlefield looks like. So right now, Orcs have the relic. Good for the Orcs. And they weren't able to do much again. So far, the Necrons just aren't dying. Only 3 Necrons have died. So out of the 1,000 starting points, you know, the Ghost Ark did blow up. It's over there now, but it's blown up. So now the Necron warrior's over there. Only 3 Necrons of the starting 30 are dead, and there's still 90% of them left on the board. That is scary, and just so scary. So they're going to probably rapid fire them. These guys, so they're in a conundrum right now, because the Gruk Face Ripper has the relic, and he's in ruins, and it's night fighting. So right now these guys are like 3-up covers against all their shooting, and frankly they don't have enough firepower to deal with that many guys, that many wounds. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6, so 12 wounds closer than Gruk Face Ripper before they can get to him, and so they might have to advance a little bit. They might have to move up, but that puts them in assault range. So we'll see what happens in Necrons turn 3.
Necrons, turn 3.
So we'll start off with always as the lightning round. So first, those boys. Nothing. Gruk Face Ripper squad. Nope. Run Herder squad. Nope. Ludas. Yep. Ludas. Ouch. So D6 hits. 6. Ouch. 6. 2 ups. To wound. 4. I don't know if cover works in this save, so correct me if I'm wrong in the question down below. How does cover work in this terrain, this lightning? They're in ruins right now, so I'm going to give them a 4-up cover. And they failed 3 of them anyway, so 3 die. 3 Ludas are dead, forcing a leadership check. So basically no one's going to move, because they're going to try to keep their distance for one more turn, because it's only turn 3, and they're just going to shoot from a distance. That way the Knobs have the hardest time possible getting into close combat with them. Shooting phase, they're going to shoot them. 20 shots. First 10, 3s and 4s. 3 wounds from the first wave. Second wave, 3s and 4s. A lot of wounds. 8 6-up saves. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 5 orcs in front of the Knob all die. That Knob is going to have to be very courageous against them. They're from a distance going to fire at Knob Squad. First wave of shots, first 9, 3s and 4s. 2 wounds. Second wave, 3s and 4s. 4 wounds. 6, 3-up cover saves. All good. So nothing happens there. So after Necron's turn 3, here's what the battlefield looks like. So right now, see, Gruk Face Ripper still has that objective. It might be worth the Orcs just to stay there and just try to survive, because... Oh, sorry, leadership check on them. End of the phase, leadership check on the Knob. He fails. What happens to him? 1. He fails. He falls back 6 inches. Away! Luda's leadership check. They're okay. Good job. So after Necrons, turn 3, here's what the battlefield looks like. So the game's going on pretty swimmingly. Necrons are killing everything. That one Knob is falling back. He'll probably just run off the table. But besides that, it's just been a lot of, I don't know, Necrons shooting and surviving. But there's a lot of wounds to go through before Gruk dies. And it's going into turn 4. So I don't know what's best. Is it best to just stay back and absorb the wounds with a 3-up cover or 4-up cover if night fighting ends? Which we'll find out. And or is it best for them to just go rip everyone to shreds? So we'll see. And we'll find out what happens in Orks turn 4.
The Orks, turn 4.
So, beginning of the turn, does night fighting continue? No, it doesn't. It finally ends. So does he regroup? Snake Eyes. Nope. What happens on the failing chart? 3. So he actually counts as regrouping and just moves up his 3 inches and he's back in the game. So, because the night fighting is over, I think it's a good idea to go on the offensive, because Orcs are better on the offensive rather than just wait to die. So these guys are going to leave, the Knobs and the mech are going to leave the Gruk Face Ripper and move 4 inches. And they're also calling the and then what they're going to do is, for security purposes, those little grots are going to go join Gruk Face Ripper, and they're going to guard him. Look at that! He's got a little meat shield now with roaming 3-up cover saves. Tiny little meat shield. So Good stuff there. And the Grot, he's going to be protected by the Grots. The Ludas are going to shoot at these guys. Now, the tactic behind this is if they can wipe them out and just take out a good chunk of them, that's a good thing, because these guys are very likely they're going to get in combat. And as long as they survive, it'll tie them up, so no round of shooting. So, by wiping them out, you eliminate all the shooting. Grot Serpa survives. Relic secured. How many shots? 3. So 2 again. First 9 shots. 5/6s. 2. Second wave. A bunch. Good shooting. And 2s to wound. 6 wounds. 6 5 up cover saves. 3 die. 3 go sleepy sleep, but it forces a leadership check. They're leadership 10, I'm pretty sure, but it still forces one. They're going to run because they called a walk. 4 inches. Excellent. So they're going to get into close combat, most likely. The phase, how many of them do get up? 5 up. See how many get up. Wow. Good rolling. 1 dies. They're now going to try to assault them. Overwatch. First 12. 6s. 1. Second wave. 6s. Another. Last 10. 2 more. 3 more. 4s to wound. 2 wounds. 2 4 up armor saves. Well, they're passed. Good job. Distance 10 inches. Plenty, and they'll get hammer around. Alright, so challenges. The Lord is going to challenge, and my Big Mech is going to accept. So, before any attacks have been made, Mind Shackle Scarabs. Mind Shackle on the Big Mech. He really failed, so he'll be hitting himself at initiative 1. So first, Hammer of Wrath attacks. 4s to wound. 1 wound. 1 4 up. Failed. 1 goes sleepy sleep. Initiative 3 pile in, so this is one of those few cases where the big choppers actually really come in handy. 8 big chop attacks. They need 4s to hit. Half hit. 2s to wound. 5 wounds. 5 4 up armor saves. Ooh, 4 fails. Alright, initiative 2 pile in. Everyone piles in. Initiative 2, including he will take the Stormlord, all of the warriors, and the Overlord. Overlord attacks first. So 3 attacks, 4s to hit. 1 hit. Strength 7, 8 to 2. 1 wound. 11. Necron warrior attacks. 4s and 4s. 2, 3 wounds. 4 up armor saves. 1 pass, 2 failed. So, 1 guy. Dead. Emotex 3 attacks. 2 hits. 4s. 1 wound. 1 4 up armor. Passed. And this is the part where it will really hurt. All of the knobs with claws pile in and a lot of attacks will go. Alright, first the Lord on my Big Mech. The Lord gets 2 attacks. Hits with neither. The Big Mech hits himself twice, and 2s to kill himself. 1 dead, so he kills himself. And he's dead due to Mind Shackle Scarabs. Now all the knobs with Power Claws go in the squad. First 8 attacks, meaning 4s. Ouch. And 2s. 2 dead. And the next wave, 4s. And 2s. 6 dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ouch. So, the Necrons lost by 5, so their leadership 5 for their leadership check. And they fail. So all those guys are dead. They get caught. Necrons roll a 3. Orcs roll a 5. They're caught. And the whole squad's obliterated. Orcs get to consolidate 6 inches. And they're going to go back 6 inches. So that way they can protect their future Necroc face ripoff. However, those 3 guys they have the ability to get back up again, even though the squad's killed. So we'll start off with the Lord first. So Lord, does he get back up? 4 up? He does. Next, does the normal Overlord? He does. And does Emotech the Stormlord? He does. So all 3 of them get back up again, and they'll be okay. The Overlord has D3 wounds, so he comes back with all 3. That was a very eventful turn. So at the end of Orcs turn 4, here is what the battlefield looks like. So Ludas are still alive. That 1 knob regrouped. But that was a huge turn because they wiped out all 20 of those Necron warriors because they just couldn't get many attacks back. They didn't kill anything. And then the knobs just rocked them and caught them. So they got to bounce back. Those 3 lords then survived because the 3 guys basically all passed the reanimation protocols and they're all still alive. So the game is not over yet. And then that squad of 10, or sorry, they're now down to 9 Necron warriors are still alive. One of them was killed by the Ludas. So we'll see what happens in Necrons. Turn 4.
Necrons, turn 4.
And they're going to now move up. And what the Necrons are going to do is they're going to focus on Gruk Face Rippa because they can kind of ignore this knob. No point wasting all the shots to kill one knob when they might be able to kill him to Overwatch if he tries to assault them. So they're going to focus on Gruk Face Rippa. He's actually the only thing that they can see, technically. And they're going to focus on him because the other guys are just too low. They're hiding behind the wall. So they're not invisible. So they're all going to focus on Gruk Face Rippa. And these guys are going to move up and get back into assault with the knobs because they want to keep those knobs and they want to destroy them. Shooting phase. Emotech is going to use the Staff of the Destroyer. It's a one-time use, but it's Strength 6, AP 1. So distance, 10 inches. I'm going to use it this way, so he gets 2 knobs and 3 grots. So 2 knobs need 2s to wound, and puts 1 wound on one of them. 3 grots, 2 to wound, 2 wounds, 2 4-up cover being relic and runes, 1 failed. These guys are all going to rapid fire. Grot squad. So first 9 shots, 3s. Wow. Those need 2s to wound, the Grot squad. 6 wounds. Next wave, 3s. And 2s. So only 4 wounds that time. So the closest 2 they actually can see. I just double checked. They can see the grots. So the closest 2 are grots. So we'll do 4 at a time. 2 4-ups at a time. They're both dead. So first 4 lookout sirs. 2 ups. 1 failed. 3 passed. He's gonna try to lookout sir all of them. All but 1. The first lookout sir we'll do them all the time. If we run out of guys, then we can go back to his. So first one dies. Second one, alive, dead. Third one, alive, dead. And then the one that he could not look out sir off himself, he fails 2. So definitely a leadership check there. So end of the phase, leadership check on Gruk Face Rippa squad. He's okay. We're gonna try to assault in, Overwatch. 4 shots, 6s to hit, nothing, distance. They're okay. So, once again, people, it doesn't really clarify how Mind Shackle Scarabs work if you have multiples. Each one of them those 2 guys have Mind Shackle Scarabs. So, I'm going to try to use it twice. So, the first Mind Shackle Scarab's on the big Choppa guy. So, he needs 3 to 6, needs a 7. Fails. The other guy on the Power Claw guy. Fails. So, initiative 3, big Choppa guy hits himself. Twice. He needs 2s to wound. 2 wounds, 2 4-up armors, 1 pass, 1 failed, so he's dead. He had 1 wound left on him. At initiative 2, another pile in, so the 3 Necrons get to go. Lord gets his 3 attacks, needs 4s, 2 hits, 2s to wound, 2 wounds, 1 dead. The Overlord gets his attacks, needs 4s and 2s, 1 also dead, another 1 dead. Emotech gets his attacks, 4s, 2 wound, 4-up armor save, both failed. Another knob is killed. And the knob piles in to the Lord. 3 attacks, 4s to hit, 2 hits, 2s to wound, 2 wounds. Lord just falls down dead. Next goes to Overlord. Overlord has a 3-up invul. He's okay. So at the end of the phase, does the Lord get back up again? Nope, he is dead. Orks need Snake Eyes and fail. Orks roll a 3, Necrons roll a 5, and catch him and destroy him. And then Necrons get to consolidate 1 inch. So, after Necrons, turn 4. Here's what the battlefield looks like. It's getting really crazy. I think they're going to have to leave. They might have to leave the train and get away from them. So, basically what happened was now all the knobs are dead. That 1 knob's left with them. Ludas are still alive, and Gruk Face Rippa still has the relic, so it might be time for Gruk Face Rippa to get away from there and get away from those 2 guys, because they're pretty scary. Just Mind Shackle Scarabs are so hard to pass with Leadership 9, so we'll see what happens in Orks turn 5.
The Orks, turn
Turn 5.
So first, Gruckface Rippa is going to move 4 inches away, which is good. It keeps them out of assault range. He's going to move up and shoot one in the face. So 1 shot, 5s, no hits. Ludas are going to focus on them because once again, if they can whittle them down, it's great. These guys are in pretty hard assault range right now for these guys. So it looks like just they might be able to, by whittling them down, he can assault them, maybe kill some more, and then that limits the number of shots against Gruck in the next turn. How many shots? Consistent. First 9 shots, you need 5s. 3. Second wave, 3 more, 4 more. 2s to wound. A lot die. This time, because they're out in the open, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fall down, which will force a leadership check. First one gets a 5-up cover, but fails. The rest of them just fall down. So 7 of them fall down, which will force a leadership check. Leadership 10 though, but still. Gruck is going to use his combi rocket to shoot him in the face. Does it hit? It hits! Nice job. 2s to wound. 1 wound. 2-up armor on the Overlord. He's okay. End of the phase. Leadership check on them. They're okay. 7 5-ups. They pass all of them. Well, all but 2, but seriously. So now, they all got up and they got up behind them so that he's farther away. He's going to try to assault them. Oh, what? First 7 shots, 6s, nothing. Second round shots, nothing. Distance, he's okay. And he jumps in there, and let's see if he survives the assault. So, the Necron Warriors go first. 7 attacks, need 4s, 3 hits. And then on those, they need 4s to wound, 2 wounds, and his 4-up armor save. And he survives both. He hits back with 4 attacks, needing 4s, 1 hit, and 2s. Kills. They lost by 1, so leadership 9. They pass. 5 up. Does he get back up again? No. So, now after the Orks turn 5, here's what the battlefield looks like. It's getting really crazy close. So Orks still have the relic. Necrons. As you can see, Necrons are still alive, but those ones are tied up in combat, and they're alive, but they're going to have to go for Gruckface Rippa and try to mind shackle him. Just mind shackle is so powerful. So we'll see what happens with them. Necro and the Ludas are still alive, and they'll probably turn their attention to them, or them, whoever survives his turn. So we'll see what happens in Necrons turn 5.
Necrons, turn 5.
They're going to try to move, because it's less than 6 inches to the edge of terrain. 4 inches. No shooting. They're going to try to assault them. Overwatch. Gruck shot. Miss. Distance. Nope, that is not enough. 2 minus 2, 0 inches. Other assault phase. Necrons go first. 6 attacks. 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 attacks. 4s. 2s. Sorry, 4s. Why am I saying 2s? 4s. No wounds. 1 knob gets his 3 attacks. 4s. 2 hits. And he needs 2s. 2 dead. So Necrons lose by 2. Leadership check. They pass. The guys get back up again. 1 does, 1 does not. So that was a quick turn. Necrons turn 5. So there's not a lot left on the battlefield. Just Gruck and his run herder. Those 2 guys, they failed their assault distance. And the 1 Power Claw guy is killing 1 per turn. Not a lot left. So Necrons are losing. Right now the current score is 3-1, essentially. Because Slay the Warlord, neither team's got Slay the Warlord. Tech the Stormlord's still alive. And so is Gruckface Rippa. And they have first blood. Necrons have first blood. So does the game end? 1 or 2 it does. We'll see you in Necrons turn 6. Or Orks turn 6, as some people call it.
How this game still going on?
So Gruck and his run herder buddy are going to run away. It's a smart move to do. By moving 6 inches away, it keeps the relic away from the scary, scary 2 guys of the Necron. Ludas, trying to kill them. How many shots? 1 each. Ludas. So the Ludas need 5s and 6s. 1 hit. 2s to wound. 1 wound. 1 2-up armor. He's okay. Close combat. Necrons go first. 5 warrior attacks. 4s. 3 hits. 4s to wound. No wounds. 3 knob claw attacks back. 4s. 1 hit. 2s. 1 wound. Necrons lose by 1. They pass their leadership. Does he get back up again? Nope. So once again, these clips are starting to look very similar. So all that happened this turn, they move back, Ludus whiffed, and Claw Guy killed one more. Necrons turn 6.
Necrons, turn 6.
Once again, they're going to try to move through cover. 4 inches, and now they're going to try to assault. Grog Face Rippa, Overwatch. 6s, miss. Distance, 5 -2, 3 inches, not enough. So, this combat now, let's just keep going, just in case. 4 Necron Warrior attacks. 1 hit. 4s, no wound. Knob, 1 hit. 2s, 1 dead. Necrons failed by 1. Leadership, they passed perfectly with a 9. Does he get back up again? He does not. And now, after Necron's turn 6, the score is still 3-1. And Emotech and the Overlord are still chasing Gruckface Rippa. And once again, they're losing 1 Necron Warrior a turn. Luda's still perfectly healthy. Does the game end? Yes, it does. Game ends. So it is a Orks victory against the Necrons. We'll see you in the postgame.